And we are live. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. And specifically, welcome to Strangeland. Now, just wanted to cover some general things about it first. You may well not have heard of it if you're not following your semi-indie game development. This is the newest game from Wadgetai Games, who make a lot of excellent kind of retro-style point-and-click adventures, and particularly from the devs behind Primordia, which is, in my mind, one of their best games and has always stuck with me. So when this came out, I just had to pick it up, and this is the first chance I've had to put it on stream. So I've been waiting patiently for y'all. Be thankful, chat. So, as you can probably guess from everything about this opening screen, this is a horror game. So, you know, things are probably going to get a bit heavier than... oh, sorry. Things are probably going to get a bit heavier than my usual streams here. If you need to take a break or anything, that's totally fine. I am a rando on the internet, and less important than you taking care of yourself. Specific content warnings, I will quote the developers on this. Strangeland is a game that deals with mature themes such as grief, mental illness, self-harm and self-destructiveness. It also contains horrific yet surreal imagery that may be triggering to some players and may not be suitable for all audiences. So, yeah, if any of that is going to be a massive problem for you, it's totally cool to take a break from the stream, walk away for a bit, come back on the VOD, or not at all if you don't. Yeah, not at all if you don't want to. I'll be streaming other stuff soon enough. This is, by all accounts, a pretty short game, so we'll see how long it takes us. But yeah, I just wanted to get those covered. Just off the get-go. And obviously there may be specific things that haven't been mentioned in the content warning, because horror games often like to just hit all the triggering content for funsies. But, you know, stick around if you can, and if you can't, no worries. And I'll be here going through all this with y'all, because I have not experienced any of this game. So let's just get into it, shall we? Love that moody 80s synth. That is some nice art. Well, I guess we're going that way. Nice of them to have a road sign, despite the fact that it is literally the only road.
I don't want to tell you a joke.
Didn't ask. Oh god, what are we on?
I don't want to tell you anything at all. But you know the problem.
Oh yes,
with
I've got it on
me?
click to advance dialogue. Why did I do that? Past me. I'll fix it in a bit.
I never could keep my big mouth shut.
Badum-tish. And here we are. Can I get back to settings from here? Turn off click to advance dialogue because it is not actually necessary. So it was left click to go somewhere, right click to examine, right? Yes.
It's an ad for Nepenthe. It reads, "Quaff, oh quaff, this fine Nepenthe.
Oh, who's that? Is that
Win
Poe?
a bottle today at the shooting gallery."
That's a quote from someone.
It's an ad. Win a bottle.
Yeah, we had that.
It says, "Not all attractions are suitable to all ages. Visitors are encouraged to exercise judgment." Pretty vague as warnings go.
Well, you heard it here first, chat.
Not very inviting.
Feels like a quote from Poe because he said Nepenthe a lot. Yep.
Looks like they really want me to go in.
Well, my dude, there is literally nowhere else to go.
Not very inviting.
Okay, we've covered that. Enter the mouth of the giant clown face gate.
Wait!
Goodbye, my love.
Oh, we are just hitting triggering content right off the bat. Eesh.
She's gone.
And I
Not
say
gone,
again,
Cleric. Nearly dead. Again and again she comes to this well, to weep and leap at the sound of the shriek. Which of you will save the other?
I like to take all my life advice from a head in a lamppost box. Oh, it's a fortune teller booth. Okay, that makes more sense. From the art, it looked like it was inside a lamppost.
A large crow.
Raven.
Told us.
A raven, I guess.
Outstanding.
Hello?
Sticks and stones will make me groan,
Speaking
but
of
words
Poe.
will never move me.
So you're saying I should throw stuff at you? Got it.
There's something moving down there.
God, I haven't played
And
point-and-click game in
hint of
forever.
golden light.
Okay, something down the well. Let's take a look at this fortune teller.
Hello? Hello?
You see why I thought that was a lamppost from
I
just that
guess I need
close
to
up?
put in a quarter.
I mean, yes, that makes sense, and as much as anything makes sense right now. Can I use the phone?
Listen, the thing you have to understand is, this is all your fault.
Is that his own voice?
You
I think that's his
miss
own
all
voice.
the obvious signs. You let everything slip through your fingers. And you're no good at fixing things. That's why she's dead. That's why you're here. Right. Anyway, I'll call again later. But if you need help, and you will need help, please hang up and press 0 to dial your operator.
Wait!
Yes, we are jumping straight into playing the blame game.
He sounded just like me.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I had heard reference to there being an in-game kind of in-story hint system. So I'm guessing that's the payphones. Which is cool, it's nice to have that. Stop me getting stuck on one puzzle forever. Not that I would ever do that in a stream. Ha 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 ha.
Pick either direction, but definitely go left, I guess.
So, speaking as a gamer, I have to immediately go right?
I guess some attractions are always out of reach.
Who's there? Did you
No idea.
scare off those nice doves? Come closer. Let me hear you.
This is some lovely art.
Sticks and stones will make me groan.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Huh.
It's an empty bird bath.
It had water once, but the deeper he drinks, the dimmer grows the mind of many a man.
So by bird bath, we mean the Well of Lethe. Got it.
It's not much of a tree for climbing.
Just
A
casual
noose.
news.
I wonder how it got there.
You were the one who tied it there. Tried hanging yourself. Did it make you any wiser?
I'm
Norse
not
mythology
sure.
references.
I don't remember.
That's why I write things down, you know. So as not to remember.
Don't you mean to forget?
Yes, I do mean to forget.
Kisses.
That was a singularly odd exchange.
I can't quite reach it.
Toenails.
Stop saying nouns. Yeah, shame we can't get that, because in basically every point-and-click adventure game ever,
Constellation.
you're saying nouns again, a rope would be a really useful thing to have.
His eyes, they're gone.
But my ears are just fine, stranger.
Ah, we have a whole conversation system. Ah, yes, for maximum creepiness. Toenails?
Where are we?
I wish I could tell you. The man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. I read that once, I think.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I don't rightly know.
Get the feeling
I'm
this
just
man
an
would know
old
how
fool
to talk.
who can hardly remember what he's read, much less who he is. I do recall a book that said, "Each is his own judge." That might just have to do.
Seriously, this is no help.
What are you writing?
The same things I've written 1,000 times before. After all, an act can lose meaning if you do it often enough.
Again, you are not giving helpful responses. Also, the topics are all disappearing after I click them, except for the first.
Can't you just tell me who you
Clearly, it
are?
means there's more to say.
Seldom do those who are silent make mistakes, so I think I'd best hold my tongue.
Never really.
Can you at least tell me your name?
Well, I remember the name Fimble Famby, but whether it's mine or yours, or both of ours,
That's a
can't
Norse
quite
mythology
say.
reference as well, isn't it? I just can't quite place it at the minute. Fimbulvetr is the winter at the end of the world. What's Fimble mean? I'm sure there's somebody in chat who can help me with my Old Norse.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
No sickness is worse
Can you
to
stop
one who is
replying with
wise
quotes?
than to lack the longed-for love.
You don't know Old Norse? God, Emily, what do I have you in here for? I should expect you to know every language.
But who was she?
Who are we to rob each other of our forgetfulness? After all, it's written somewhere that the learned man whose lore is deep is seldom happy at heart.
What do they keep referencing? Norse mythology. Because with they referenced hanging from the tree to gain wisdom, which is what Odin did. And when pressed for a name, the only name he could remember was Fimble Famby, which sounds definitely Old Norse, and I know Fimble is something, because Fimbulvetr is the winter at the end of the world. God, this should be the kind of thing I just have at my fingertips. Come on, brain. And the ravens as well, obviously tie into the whole Odin thing.
Did you mention doves?
Yes, I feed them as they flutter by.
It's Old Norse
I
for a
find it
mighty fool.
soothes
It's
my
good to know.
mind. Are they here?
Are the doves here? Should we tell him that the doves are actually... Why does it say crow? They were very insistent about the fact that they're ravens, because they are. But really, what's in a name?
Sure, they're here.
The doves, as you know them,
Then let me
are
find
here.
a crust of bread.
Wife.
A scrap of meat.
I'd rather think of it as bread for the doves.
Inasmuch as the ravens are doves, the meat is bread. Okay, so...
Anniversary.
Stop, you're still saying words. So yeah, you can just use the mouse wheel to scroll between items. That's actually a nice
Easter.
bit of interface. Hi again, Fimble Famby. There were some more things I had to talk to you about.
What happened to your eyes?
I fed them to a raven.
That's
He
one
said
does.
it would bring me wisdom.
Fimble Famby is the new word for himbo. Yeah, I will take that. Himble Fam? Nah, I don't like it.
Did it work? Are you wiser?
Oh, yes, indeed.
I'm wise enough to
I
not
learned that to
feed
be
my eyes to
blind
ravens
is
anymore.
better than to burn on a pyre, and that it is easier to be rid of your eyes than the vision that offended you.
I mean, both of those things are true. But they also both sound like perhaps you skipped some intermediate steps. Just saying.
Why's that bird bath empty?
Once it was filled with fresh well water, as cool and clear as a sound mind, but doves and ravens would much rather bathe in dust. Maybe they can't abide their reflections either.
Goodbye.
Joy to him who has understood. Delight
That's
to those
literally,
who have listened.
that is a quote from Joy to hear that has understood, delight to hear that has listened it's literally,
Condolences.
shut up, it's literally kind of one of the traditional ways to end sagas and tales in Norse, so, what is happening? Why are we dissolving into static?
Specialist.
Okay, that was cool. Game, can you not
Myths.
do weird things? Yes, myths, that's what I was just talking about, Raven. Would you like this meat?
Thanks.
Solid throw.
Death.
It seems to be ignoring me.
And just saying nouns. Look, Hugin just means thought. It never said it'd be constructive thought. There's a hole here. Hole in the tent. What's through the hole in the tent? Look into the hole
The
in the
hole's
tent.
just big enough to reach through.
And yet... Oh, no, and of course, if we stick our hand into this mysterious hole, we could be the new owners of a fine, dead rat.
Got it.
I mean, I
Sure is
will.
heavier than it looked.
And there's an eye.
It's an eye in something horrible.
Excellent. Love it. Very good.
It's much too far away.
Good, you can't have the rat, it's my rat. Hugin, if I give you a rat, will you say more constructive nouns?
Neoplasm.
I mean, that's a good noun.
It seems to be ignoring me.
No, you would not like a rat? Well, your loss. Some people like a bit of rat. Neoplasm's a good word. And it's escaping me exactly what it means. It's something like... Is that the one that's, like, unnecessary repetition? It's something like that. Anyway, let's actually follow the brightly lit sign this time.
Step right up, step right up. Win yourself a bottle of Nepenthe.
Who doesn't want some
The
Nepenthe?
bottle that puts a bullet in all your bad thoughts.
Yes, neoplasm is abnormal cell growth, but it also means something in writing as well. It's something about using too many words. I just know in my brain that there's also a literary meaning of it. Anyway, let's try and win some Nepenthe. Do I need a quarter for this?
There's no latch, and the edges are too tight for me to pull it off with just my fingers.
Right up, step right up.
We're turning into static again. I don't like that.
It's locked.
Am I thinking pleonasm? Yes, I am. Let's just go back in time 20 minutes. This stream never happened. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I'm good at words, y'all. Anyway, here's a gun.
10 hits gets you 1 hit, and 1 hit's all it takes to bring blessed sleep. So close. Try
I guess I need to be faster.
Okay,
They need to be slower.
so we're on a time
Something.
limit. Okay, yeah, it sounds like
right up, step
go away. It sounds like we're going to have to be able to change something in the control box to get that to do anything. Yeah, switching pleonasm and neoplasm could actually be done to a solid effect in a bit of poetic punnery. A shriek? What shriek?
I keep hearing
Oh, that's what happens when we go all
shriek.
staticky.
What is it?
The dark thing.
Oh, good. I love it when the things that are hunting me are named after abstract nouns with a capital letter. That's never ominous at all.
What is the dark thing?
It's a thing. It's
A
dark.
shadow locked away up there, festering. Some boils are better left unlanced.
How can I reach the dark thing?
A
Why do you want
word
to?
leads to a word, a deed to a deed. For silver he speaks, is wisdom worth gold. I read that once, or maybe I wrote it. I suppose it doesn't much matter. One
Yes,
way
this is
or
some
the other.
huge Odin energy.
So, could I have some more meat? I mean, bread? For the doves.
Yeah, no, I'm loving the writing in this as well. It's genuinely great.
Seashore.
I mean, as anybody who's ever read anything I've written really will know, I'm very into your kind of weird, impressionistic horror poetry. So now I have a scrap of meat and a dead rat, and now we get to watch her kill herself again and go all staticky for a moment.
Please don't!
Yes, you've read my writing. You've read a significant deal of my writing. Would you
No
like a
sense
rat?
throwing that away.
It's a perfectly good rat. Yeah, the quality of the animation keeps shifting, and honestly, I think they're doing it intentionally, and I'm kind of into it. I was getting a tooltip to use... Yeah, I can use items on
The
myself.
stitches are too strong for me to do anything with my hands.
Wait, what stitches? The rat is stitched?
I'm not hungry, and it looks disgusting.
Wow. Way to insult perfectly good stranger meat. Ah, good, my rat purse.
Just steam.
Here is a vent. Oh yeah, it is a straitjacket, isn't it? How did I not notice that? Here's an
I
anvil.
need to put something on it first.
I mean, yeah, that's generally how anvils work. Anything in these vents?
Just steam.
Just steam. Hey, there's a
a
furnace.
huge furnace with 83 painted on it.
That is my name, 8-3.
Well, 8-3, you have given me more actual concrete answers in the space of about 7 words than everybody else here has in all of their dialogue, so pleased to meet you, I guess. Oh, and we have a whole conversation tree with the furnace.
What are you?
I am the fire that burns the impure.
What's that anvil for?
Like the bear that licks its cub into shape with a tongue of fire, I forge from ore upon the anvil whatever thing I wish.
I take it back, you're getting less concrete and helpful.
Can you make something for me?
I can make anything.
But will I?
Bring me a work order and lay
there
your
we are.
metal
Need the
upon the
paperwork.
anvil.
And some metal.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
The bellows gasped on the day she was made.
I like that line. I like that a lot. There you go. Anybody need a pickup line if you're in some kind of Old Norse bar. There it is.
But who was she?
A flawed thing that fire could not save.
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
It should have been burnt away, but the fire did no more than shrink it for a time.
Did the bellows gasp on the day you were made, or is that outfit just fire? Perfect. Change nothing. Outstanding. Saren, I don't think you need to know Norse mythology to necessarily understand what they're putting down. At this point, like, I see the references they're making, but I wouldn't say I get this game. It's very much a kind of, we're throwing you into the deep end with a lot of impressionistic stuff. Keep up. So, keep up.
Goodbye.
You have said so before.
That's how I'm ending conversations from now on.
Whoever built this place certainly doesn't trust me to find my own way. Some kind of tracks leading to the top of the park.
It's about the themes, exactly.
I'll need to find where they start.
But what's this way? 583.
It's a spinning rocket ride. Only not spinning, or rocketing, and you can't ride it.
None-to determinism, destroyed at a stroke.
It's not operational.
There's a telescope.
It's a telescope.
That's
Doesn't
what I
even
said.
require a quarter.
Okay, can I use?
What the? Ah! That's it! That shadow! That's what's making that sound. That's what's killing her. I have to destroy it.
Yeah, exactly. It references Norse mythology, but it's not based on it, per se. At least, as far as we can tell. What about this? Oh, that's a dog I didn't notice. Hello, dog. You know I said about unexpectedly upsetting content? Sudden dogs turning up on my screen isn't a thing I love, especially when I didn't notice they existed.
It's chewing on a piece of metal?
I would like the metal. Would you like some stranger meat? Yeah, you would. And a very growl to you too. I wish all fairground dog a very growl. Would you also like a rat?
I guess dead rat's not its thing.
Takes all sorts. So now we have a spike. So may as well just put that on the anvil. Yeah, that's not the Alba, that's the Rhine, isn't it? Because that's the whole Rhine Maiden thing. Okay, so I need a work order for 8-3 to turn the spike into anything. Did I go this way? I did not. Oh, there's a flyer over there. Grab that.
I already have her picture in my mind.
It's that woman.
It's her!
Yeah. It's that woman, or as you might say in English, it's her. Yes, Lorelei the Rhine Maiden. Yep.
4, 3, 1. It's been torn off after the first 3 digits.
Well,
4.
I know where there's a payphone. But what's up here? It looks deeply ominous.
Welcome to the mysteries of the deep.
I love the D.
The vitriolic sea star and the oleaginous black swan.
It's Speaking of good words, oleaginous. Okay, this looks dangerous. Let's poke it. Did I die?
What happened?
Do I have to run a death counter on here as well? Well, there are some rocks here. Excellent.
I've got plenty.
So many. Can you ever have too many rocks?
Strangeland. A bit on the nose.
Hey now, don't knock your own writing stuff. Does what it says on the tin.
Not this again. Here's one for you. Man sitting in his doctor's office. Doc says, and now here's the good news. Man says, Doc, you didn't even tell me the bad news. Doc says, not this again.
Thanks, giant gate clown. Yeah, I think touching the gate killed me, and the giant eye was just kind of a vision I had while dying. But now, I have rocks. And these ravens kept saying sticks and stones. Have a stone.
Alright, I'll talk.
Just huck a rock at the bird. That's how we solve puzzles in this house.
So,
just as in, we don't know what its pronouns are.
Are you?
I just am. Because I think.
Reasonable.
Really? What are you?
A raven,
Volume switch
lunatic.
again, that's really loud.
Where are we?
Baked in a pie, I'd guess.
You are not being helpful, Raven.
Do you just sit there, watching every time that woman kills herself?
Aw, don't get so bent out of shape. That little slip and fall didn't do her any harm.
But she killed herself.
Don't take it so literally, boss. Believe me, if she were dead, I'd be eating her eyes. As you might have noticed, death is
You're a
different
raven,
here.
you'd know.
Puts a poor raven out of work, I'll tell you that.
Are you sure you're not a crow?
Look, I may be unkind, but I'm not murderous.
Hey.
And I croak rather than caw.
That's
Plus,
a
I fly
solid
in a pair, not in a flock.
collective noun
Raven.
joke.
Definitely raven.
Also, you can tell it's a raven because it's the size of a cat.
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
I'm a raven, not a rat. Go ask somebody else.
What did you mean? Death is different here.
Well, you
It
just got
means
electrocuted.
I'll not. Carry and comfort down there, feast on thee.
Goodbye.
Gary and Comfort. Shout out. Okay, so that produced nothing. Do I still have more? Yes, I do have plenty of rocks. Let's throw a rock at another bird. No, that's the wrong way. I just noticed the runes around the well as well. So I think this is more than just referencing Norse mythology. Yeah. But it's fine. I know not everybody is as much of a myth nerd as me. I will try and explain stuff as it comes up. Hey Raven, you didn't like rat, how'd you like the taste of rock?
Let me line this shot up.
Oh, I actually have to do the throwing myself. Well, now I feel bad. Do I want to hit it in the head or the body? Let's try head. Headshot.
My beak.
Beak?
Oh yeah, that's the point. I just kind of cross-referenced it back, and yeah, Fimble is just great. Oh, okay, what about body shot?
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
Okay, so you can get him to write different things. Oh, I can look at his papers.
It's illegible.
Great.
G is the cruelest letter for a blind man to write.
Yes, of course, this is where you get work orders, Brian. Can I have more
Bread,
stranger
please.
bread?
Abstraction.
So is this how it works here? Is just the bird says nouns and you write them down? Because that seems a whole thing. Certainly a way to spend your whatever existence this is.
Can you write me a work order?
No, I only write what I've written before. The words stuck in my mind, and the lost words the raven finds.
Goodbye.
Love becomes loathing if long one sits by the hearth in another's home.
Okay. So,
Loathsome.
I need to get the raven.
It seems to be ignoring me.
Tell him to do a work order? I guess. Oh, I've got legs as well.
My claws!
Did you say claws?
Really, who among us hasn't repeatedly thrown rocks at a bird to influence some kind of divine paperwork? So we can get it to say wings, beak, and claws.
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
Can I throw a rock at old man?
What would a blind old fool
Oh, it
do
just
with
tries to
such a
give rock
thing?
to old man. Which is fair, I guess. Would you like rat?
What would a...
No. Ah, and here we're into the classic bit of every adventure game, which is use everything on everything else until something happens. Oh, can I throw a rock at the horrible eye? Hey, horrible eye.
No way I could manage that.
Boo. Not with an attitude like that you won't.
That's an...
Yes, I know. Here we have the shooting game.
I guess it has some...
Yeah, no, I got that.
I think there's some kind of circuitry behind this plate.
Okay, the fact that it's now showing me the cover suggests I can do something
The
with
edges
it.
are too tight for me to pull it off with just my fingers. I think that...
Yes, we covered that. Covered.
That won't get the cup.
No, just smack it with a rock until
That-
something happens. No,
That's...
not right.
I
No, wait, yeah. And then we have a moment.
I imagine.
Okay, it's beginning to look like the real solution to this puzzle might just be better. So let's try that again. Why did I find that left one so hard to hit? There we go. Okay, I was looking for a puzzle where there wasn't one. And we're back. Hello, everyone. I think this is working now, please. If you're in chat, let me know if this is working now. Chat is not replying. Chat, if you can hear me, give me a sign. Well, this is getting cut from the VOD. Aha! Viewers number is above 0. Hello, chat. Please tell me this is live. Why is it... I am back. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, don't know what that was, if I'm honest. My router has just decided that today internet is not a thing it wishes to do. What can you do? So, instead, I am currently hotspotting off my phone, because luckily I have the data contract for it. Let's see how it goes. This should work for now, touch wood. Hopefully the bitrate handles it. So, we shall see, is, I guess, all I'm saying. I mean, feel free to hit me up with the network troubleshooting tips afterwards, DM me, but for now, shall we just get back into this? So, I don't think we lost much, because I noticed pretty much immediately when it went down, but what we did was, it turns out I was looking for a puzzle for making the shooting game easier. It turned out I just needed to be better at it, and then I did it, and then I won. And now I have a bottle of Nepenthe, and that's literally all you've missed. Don't know what clicking that does, other than make that noise. Can I examine things in here?
A very heavy
this is
dead
how I actually
rat.
look at items.
There's a line of stitches down its chest. A good handful of rocks. A hunk of rancid meat.
The 3 things every woman should have in her pockets.
Nepenthe. A drug to quiet all pain and strife, and bring forgetfulness of every ill.
Can I get multiple bottles of Nepenthe? Can I win again?
The game seems to have turned off.
Should I drink the Nepenthe? I think I should probably drink the Nepenthe. I think this is where this is leading me.
But what if I forgot her?
I mean, you already basically don't remember her, so... But hey, who wanted some Nepenthe? I'm sure somebody wanted some Nepenthe. The phone is ringing. Does the phone want some Nepenthe?
Now you're wondering, am I losing my mind? No, you're finding it. You've hidden a hard grain of truth beneath smooth layers of lies. A masquerade of metaphors. Here's a metaphor for you. Your mind is a matryoshka. It's just you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Okay, the shrinking text there was lovely.
To open you up.
Are we not all a matryoshka of pain and weirdness? Okay, I thought phone was going to give me some kind of actual progression, but no. Pour Nepenthe down well?
Poisoning the well would be an informal fallacy.
Would fortune teller like Nepenthe? Who would like Nepenthe? I mean, clearly I've got to do something to get the work order from Fimple Family. Can I, in my inventory, can I combine items? Yes, I can. Ah, yeah. Putting a Penthe on meat.
A knockout marinade.
Hello, dog. Would you like some meat? Smells perfectly normal. Trust me, dog. Everything is fine. Eat this meat. Doesn't smell like magic drugs. This is the wrong way. This is not the way to dog. Dog is back through here. And to the left. Past 8-3. The one helpful person in this. And he's a piece of industrial equipment. Tainted meat. Tainted meat. Sometimes I feel I've got to bomb drug a dog. Of all the song parodies I've done on this stream, that's among the worst, let's be real.
Some carny left himself a to-do list taped to the wall in here. Too many winners. Turn up the skull speed. Shut down MOTD. Starfish keeps spitting acid on guests.
That sounds like an excellent reason to stop
something for Ozzy
anything.
to chew on.
If you have too much starfish acid, you clearly have issues. Okay, so the skull speed was no problem because it turns out I'm just a god of shooting.
Beware of dog.
Too late
Thanks,
now.
guys.
Dog dissolved.
Hey, stranger.
Ah!
Shh. We're supposed to be men.
Okay, side note, the Valkyrie neon sign is badass and I want it in my house. But main note, I've been confronted by gender.
Valkyrie. It must be the name of the ride, but I don't see any cars.
Hello, disturbing people.
Who are you?
Well, we're sure not Valkyries.
Wow.
Don't let that sign confuse you.
What a
And we're not
lead-in.
Fates neither, just because there's 3 of us.
That's more Murmurs' thing.
We're not weird sisters. Even if we are strange. After all, you're strangers still.
I love that now I have more questions. You have answered nothing.
Okay, you've said who you're not, but who are you?
Just think of us as fragments.
Figments.
Pigments.
Ugh.
Some of those words.
What? We're here to add color, aren't we?
But yeah, if you're ever feeling like you might be in a myth and you run into 3 mysterious people, listen to them.
Do you have names?
The 3 Masketeers.
Ugh.
Look, I'm sure you mean
I'm with
well.
middle mask person.
Everybody knows not to give their name to a stranger.
I mean, that is true.
What's with the masks?
Everyone wears them.
You going too?
Symbology.
What?
We all have a role to play.
And in this
Yes,
story,
I'm-
there's only room for one woman.
That's why we've got to be guys.
Okay, that's quite nice as a bit of kind of theory of myth and story crafting referencing, just like the symbology of there's no particular reason for them to be men, but they can't be women because this is that there is this story already has somebody occupying the entire concept space of capital W woman, and if we had more people who were incidentally women, it would confuse the central narrative, I suppose. So yeah, see, this is the kind of meta theatre I could talk about for a very long time, and do. This, yeah. I like it. I like it when characters are aware of their kind of their function and that their only purpose is to serve a function, and it's because women are made of chaos. Yeah, that's the real reason.
What's under the mask?
Nothing.
Legends say it's death to gaze upon a masker, unmasked.
Is that another Poe
But
reference?
I bet you don't pay attention to foolish gossip like that.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear under here.
Could
Get
use the
it?
capital letter.
Ugh.
I like how every time they answer anything, I just end up with more topics to ask about.
What do you mean I'm wearing a mask?
Oh, come on,
It's a metaphor.
stranger. You don't
My dude.
really think you escaped from some sanitarium, sporting a retro straitjacket and movie star stubble?
We all dress our best to fit what we think the world wants.
And in a strange land, it suits a man to be estranged.
Yeah, this is all wildly pretentious theatrical theory, and I'm here for it.
I met an old scribe under a tree.
Ugh, he's the worst. His handwriting's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and
want
say
an
this
egg
isn't a
to make me
Bakugan
a gaggle of
reference.
bagels. And you don't even want to guess what I wound up with when I showed him the note that old man wrote.
I don't know, but can I have it? Whatever it was.
Where am I?
Well, stranger, I have a feeling you're not in Kansas anymore.
Now that reference we can all get.
Come on, enough with the one-liners.
Fine. You're at wit's end.
Just cut the poor guy a break.
All right then. We'll call it the breaking point.
Don't let that old crab get you down. Remember what they
Yes,
said.
this is actually
Home is where
the
the
video
heart
game
is.
adaptation of Bakugan. It's just very well disguised.
What can you tell me about Murmur?
He's got a head for prophecies.
Tish. So, yes, for those of you who don't know, that's because Murmur here being a corruption of Mimir, who was a Norse god of prophecy, got his head cut off, didn't really, and head cut off and thrown in a well, but it didn't really bother him, and he just kept on prophesying, because Norse gods, everyone.
There was a golden-haired woman who...
The woman.
There's only one of them in your story.
We won't judge.
Can you tell me anything about her?
She's trying to save you.
You need to find her.
You're kind of a Hansel in distress.
I like that joke. That is a solid joke.
Where can I find her?
Up.
Up.
And away.
You three are wildly unhelpful, but I like you.
What's the deal with that Valkyrie ride?
The ride of the Valkyrie.
How did I not see that
Pick
coming?
it up.
But where's the coaster car?
Haven't you ever heard of calling a ride?
Oh, how did I not see that joke coming? Oh, good one, Strangeland. I am in pain.
Do you know anything about the dark thing?
I'm scared of the dark.
While I wait for the dusk.
You'll find out soon enough.
Cool. Helpful.
Can I look under your mask?
Can't say we didn't warn him.
Yeah, so clearly that eye animation is what happens when we die.
Nothing. Absolute nothing.
More a reference to the ring cycle, yeah. It does feel more the dramatic end of Norse myth.
Crow's flying along. Sees a crab eating some lady. Crow squawks, "What are you doing? She's not even dead yet." Crab scuttles off. Next day, Crow's flying along, sees the crab's at it again. "I thought I told you to scram," he says. Crab says, "Take another look." Crow looks at the lady and just says, "Carry on." Get it?
Solid bad joke. Yeah, I'm not doing a death counter because, for one thing, God knows how many times we died before we got here. We don't know what is actually going on. Let's go see the maskers again, shall we?
Goodbye.
Nothing more for
You
8-3.
have said so before.
I feel like I recognize 8-3's voice. I might know that actor from something else. Did I look at that sign? Oh yeah, the sign is Beware of Dark.
Beware of...
Yeah.
The ride of the Valkyrie is currently closed for want of worthy riders. In the future, the ride will return, should circumstances call for it.
Seems fair. Hello again.
What did I see under there?
You saw the reason why everyone wears masks. I promise we won't ask to look under yours.
I can really just call the Valkyrie?
Why, so can I, or so can any man. But will it come when you do call for it?
You know you can't call her unless you have her number.
And we can't help you there.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Alright, I mean, we've got a phone number. Just haven't called it, I suppose. Okay, so that looks like the end of the road that way. Let's try calling... Or was it just 431? Cool, you can double click to instantly see transition. That is helpful.
Stop!
No.
We're sorry. We are unable to complete your call as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator to help you.
Yeah, so
I need to deposit a coin first.
For one thing, I need an actual quarter to call. So we can call the operator for hints.
I have nothing to say to it.
Screw that Raven, I guess. I have an empty bottle. That could come in handy for something. Can I get water from the well?
There's nothing to fill it with.
Nope. This game's turned off. Anything still in the drawer?
It's empty now.
No. Noble family, anything more to talk about?
Bread, please.
You never know when you need some stranger bread.
An empty bird bath. It seems to be...
Yeah. So we can throw a rock at the bird to make it say words. That's a thing we can do. What was over this side again? Oh, this is the Mysteries of the Deep section. Yeah, so maybe I need to get the rest of the number. Oh,
It's a big switch in the on position.
Ah, can I throw a rock at that?
Didn't work. Didn't work.
That's because your throwing technique is terrible.
I don't need the target practice.
Okay, so can't throw it at the gate. Throwing at the lever.
Didn't work.
Seriously, that's the worst throw. That's what you format, my dude.
That's not
Can I
going
throw a
to
rat
work.
at the lever? No. Can I throw an empty bottle at the lever? Can I have a moment?
That's...
Yeah, by the looks of it, my bitrate is having a time. If you're having any kind of connection problems, please let me know.
I need...
You need a quarter of the fortune teller. The fortune teller, if you will. Over here we have 8-3. We have steam vents. Do I get a bottle of steam?
That's...
No. Should I...
That's...
rat in the steam vent?
It's not a cream...
Oh, we can't...
Not much you can...
Not much you can make out of a rat. That sounds like quit at all.
Forging the metal is a... Maybe I...
Okay, you can't pick the spike back up off the anvil, so you don't need that for any kind of puzzles. Can I put rocks in the vents and see what happens?
I don't need the target practice.
No?
Not a good...
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Throwing rocks at 8-3 seems like a terrible idea. Occasional buffering. Okay, well, like I say, given that I am running this whole thing through my phone right now, I'll take occasional buffering.
What an idiot grin.
Wow, rude.
Too many winners. Turn up, shut down, and find...
Yeah, no, those are all no longer relevant hints. Oh, maybe I need the starfish acid from Mysteries of the Deep for the, to fill the bottle.
I don't have any...
Would... My dudes, would you like a rat?
That's...
Would you like a rock? Would you like an empty bottle? Would you like some stranger meat? No, none of these things. Okay. I am running a little bit out of ideas. Streamlabs is saying I have 11 notifications. That's your buffering. Yeah, have a moment. Yeah, I think it might be time to go back and call our operator. See what the in-game hint system is like. And watch this again.
Wait!
But would you like a... Do you want some stranger bread on your way down?
No sense throwing...
I knew you'd call. See, this isn't our first ride on the merry-go-round. And even though I can't hear you, I'll always know what you need.
Thanks, evil future self.
Her. What's killing her? Can you stop it? Can you even face it?
Okay, that wasn't actually helpful. Can I have some actual help, perhaps?
That old man won't write anything for your sake. He's just writing what the Raven says.
I know.
So, you need to make the Raven say something helpful.
Yes, I got that. Is there anything else we can do with the Raven? Because I suppose the real question is, what do we want 8-3 to make the spike into? And the answer is, I don't know.
It seems...
Stranger mate?
Thanks.
It seems...
Yeah, no, that accomplishes nothing.
It seems to...
Would you like this bottle? Would you like rat?
It seems...
Can I throw rock to make you say anything else interesting?
My claws!
Did you say claws?
Yes, yes it did. Ah, right, okay, so... And then we
This
just
could be useful.
have a piece of paper that says claws.
Hospital.
I can't.
So, do we still have the Nepenthe? No, we used the Nepenthe to get rid of the dog. I swear, there's a bit in every point-and-click adventure where you have to poison meat to give to a dog or something.
I should show it to...
Yeah.
To make fitting claws will take more than that mere pin.
Okay. You know what? Let's go back to Fimblefamby and get him to write all of the words, and I'll hold on to a copy of each of them and see what happens, basically.
Cytotoxic. My wing.
Huh? Wing?
Take a moment.
It's illegible.
Okay, so...
Classroom.
I can't get one of wing.
My beak.
Beak?
Weird that one of them just wouldn't work. Let's try it again.
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
Okay, so wing doesn't work. Oh, because he said G is the cruelest letter for a blind man to write, so clearly trying to get him to write words with the G in them is not going to work. There is some kind of internal logic here. Would you rather make a beak? Yes.
Now step away.
We have accomplished something.
Behold the beak, fit for one who would carve and cut.
Okay, we said beak. It's just the name of a knife. I mean, you've got to have a knife with a name.
An ugly steel dagger.
Cool, now I can do the stabby stab. Open the rat.
It was stuffed with quarters?
Of course it was.
Please help!
Yeesh. I get the feeling we're going to be saying yeesh a lot in this game. So now I have money. And now we have to watch this again.
Please!
Yes, many things in this game seem anatomically improbable, as well as many other kinds of improbable. Does that work? Wait, was it 431 or 413?
We are unable to complete your call as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator to help you.
I've already paid.
Okay. Wait, which one did I just try? Have I...
We're sorry. We please check...
Is that the same one, or did I try 431? Murmur, have a coin.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What was, what is, and what will be are all mine to draw from the deck of your life.
I'm also
For
Bret
what
Hart.
you've paid, we may speak of cards, and hear what suits the fates. What would you know?
Literally anything concrete. Oh, okay, let's... We actually get to choose from cards here. Tell me about the past, Murmur.
My past.
I will tell you the figures. You will tell me the cards. And they will show us their truth. Let us begin.
I get the feeling he's not going to be useful either.
Querent. What card
Querent
do
is
you
a good
make of
name.
the man you
Good word.
were?
Lots of good words in this game. I have the Fool, I have the Hangman, I have the Hermit. I mean, we've literally been told that we hanged ourselves. Okay, A, yes I did know that about concrete, and B, no, when I said I wanted something concrete, I did not mean I want facts about concrete in the chat.
The Hanged Man.
Ever wanting wisdom, never knowing where to find it, stuck in time as a sacrifice to himself. A fitting choice. And what is the card for where he was?
World, Sun, Star. Not totally clear on the question I'm being asked here. Let's say the world.
The world.
The final card in the deck. That last, perfect moment. The Holy Union with the Sacred Woman. A sound selection.
I'm not sure if that's
And tell me,
a solid reading of
what
the world,
card
but...
will we lay for her?
God, if I wasn't already 100% into this, you add tarot stuff, and I am just all the way there.
The priestess.
She stands for a mystery, then. A life becalmed, and the need to look within. And so we have your cards. The Hanged Man, the world, the priestess. What shall we make of them? A man who stands blithe and blind upon the very...
Yes, this guy
cusp of
clearly only
change,
uses Major Arcana
failing to
because
heed a woman's
media.
flesh and blood, while making an idol of her. That Querent is what was.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
Idle offer.
Sorry?
Did you say something about an idle offer?
No, that animatronic card sharp did. Or did he say idle afar? The trouble
It's
with
pronounced
prophecies
idle.
is the words have always got a double meaning.
Goodbye.
I am Murmur.
Yes, we know. Fine then, tell me of the present, oh magnificent head in a box.
My present.
We will now speak of cards again. Once more, I see you, Querent. What card shall stand for the man before me?
And this time we can't say Hangman. So now I think Fool, because we're just wandering into everything.
The Fool.
Ah, the excuse. An empty-headed
That's a
vagabond
solid historical
wandering
tarot
among
joke.
wonders. The card suits you, but which best befits this place?
It's got elements of all three, because it's the tower because everything is terrible and falling apart and this woman keeps killing herself. But it's the moon because it's a difficult path into the unknown, and it's the Wheel of Fortune because it's literally styled after a carnival, and yeah. And everything's a game. I'm gonna go with the moon?
The moon.
The Hound's Bay. And the crab
Also because it's got a crab on it. The classic.
Beneath reflected light.
Right, wait.
Waxing.
And I'm always down for a
waning,
crab.
Weeping. It will do for this strange land. Now, what will you pick for the old scribe you so lately stood beside?
I'm going to go with the Fool for him, because he literally called himself that.
The Fool.
There is a fool who comes first, and another who comes last. Wearier, but no wiser for his wandering. If he seems to have gravity, it is only because he has fallen from a cliff's edge. The Fool. The Moon. The Fool. What do these cards show? A man who outwits himself, lost in liminal space. That infinitesimal between whence and whither. His well of wisdom has run dry. A worm gnaws at the roots of his confidence, and thought and memory blind his mind's eye. That querent is what is.
Was I just able to pick the
Winston
Fool
Wither.
twice in one reading? Yes. Yes, I was. Because that's how things work around here.
Why did you say wince and wither?
Or was it
Isn't
Wentz
that
and
what the
Weather?
head said? 'Cause we ravens know all about the moment between wince and wither. Long, short, it all comes down to the same thing. When living becomes dying. And we get ready to dip our beaks.
Goodbye.
I'm not sure this conversation is adding anything in terms of progression, but I'm really enjoying it, so let's carry on. Murmur Magnificent, tell me of the
Why,
future.
what would
Yes,
you
we
know?
know. We know who you are.
My future.
We will now speak of cards again.
Did
For
we
the
ever
final
stop?
time, Querent, it is you that I see. What card will serve for the you who is to come?
Only got one choice, and it
The
seems to make
Hermit.
sense.
Holding a lamp to see and a staff to walk, but looking only inward, seeking only himself. The card suits you. Which one suits that ride, that Valkyrie, which promises to bear you up to where the great battle awaits?
I mean, there's the chariot, but that feels like a very literal reading of it. Judgment is definitely more its function. And strength is one of the classical depictions is a woman riding a lion, so... Yeah, no, it feels like a judgment moment.
Judgment.
The winged one, sounding the trump of doom, and hailing the dead to come hither. It will do. There is but one more now. The dark thing that lurks above. What is its card?
Now what do we have? Devil, Death, and Emperor. I mean, we're locked into our roles, and it's up above an unknowable thing governing it all, so that sounds like a devil card moment to me.
It's the devil.
And also the obvious.
There he sits upon his throne, man and woman bound before him, but only loosely. It is merely a matter of shedding their chains. So then, what have we? The Hermit. Judgment. The Devil.
That's an ominous spread.
You will call for 3, 1, 10, 1. 3.
3,
And from among
4,
the
3,
dead
1, 10, 1, 3.
Taken. To be born and reborn. To rise, to fall, and rise again. Until you find your way. That, Querent, is what will be.
Now that...
Call!
Yes, I got it. Thanks, Raven. You don't need to explain it. That I like that puzzle. Where the Raven's been priming you to be thinking about the wording of prophecies and other words that sounds could mean. And then he says, you will call for 3, 1, and 1, 3. Or you will call 4, 3, 1, 10, 1, 3. I think this might be the rest of that number.
I've already...
Okay.
I guess so.
Are you grown enough to bear the strain?
Probably not. But let's say
yes.
Then on wind and through cloud shall thunder the three.
Can I get a hoya toho in chat? I do like that because this is so explicitly set in a very metaphysical space, it can just wholeheartedly embrace the kind of weird trains of thought that point-and-click adventure games take you down. Because, honestly, like, you have to reforge this spike to get a dagger, to open the rat, to get quarters, to operate a payphone and a fortune teller machine. Like, is a train of events I could see happening in any number of otherwise quote-unquote normal point-and-click games. Anyway, let's ride a deeply, deeply unsafe roller coaster. Bye, my dudes.
Good luck!
And here we are. See? Perfectly safe. I mean, we don't have a way back now, but we can always just die.
Please, help me.
A yike.
Dark thing. You are going to die, and she is going to live. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Faces probably shouldn't do that. Hello, Dark Thing.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, you can just open the cage. This is good security. Do you want Dark Things? Because this is how you get Dark Things. And oh, we're back. Excellent. Yeah, I had a signal blip. Honestly, I think it might be better if we just call it for today, because clearly the universe does not in fact want me to stream. So, apologies for that. I mean, you didn't miss anything after I fell. I died, came back to the gate, and the giant clown face told me a joke I don't entirely get. Yeah. So I'm just gonna call it, really, because this is annoying. Because I was really getting into this, but it's just not working. So technology defeats me again. So standard wrap up. If you've been watching this, then congratulations for making it this far. And you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, SERASENT. You'll see it on the title card in a minute. I'm streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That's 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. If you miss any of that, you can check out the VODs for 8 weeks afterwards on my Twitch, or look at my YouTube, also Serasent, where I've got VOD archives going all the way back to the start of the channel. More of those will be going up very soon if my internet decides to work. yeah, please go and subscribe to the YouTube, because if I get enough subscribers on that, I can actually get a decent URL I can tell people and stuff. And also it'll notify you when I do put videos up, because the schedule is wildly erratic. Also, you can follow the Twitch to get notified when I'm live, and you can, of course, cheer or sub to the Twitch if money is required to throw into my router. I don't know, but it's very much not. It's not required of any of you. Just show up and hang and be chill, and it's all good. And we're just here to have fun together. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, best place is on. I say best place. A terrible place, but a good place to find me is on Twitter, as @Waruce, that's WARUCE. And if you want to see me in other projects, listen to Starfall podcast, new podcast coming out, and my first episode comes out next week, I think. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, go listen to the whole thing, because it's great. And it's only just recently started, so you don't have a backlog. And also, you can check out twitch.tv/TheBards Playhouse, that's TheBardsplayhouse, for, they do a lot of good tabletop RPG content, including Saturday nights, 6:30 PM Eastern, that is 11:30 British time, because who sleeps? I'm in an ongoing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition Fall of London Chronicle. It's a lot of fun. And we're all going to make terrible decisions. That is not this Saturday. The date's the 31st. Yes, that is a valid date. Yeah, not this Saturday, because life stuff has got in the way, and also I'm getting vaccinated, so probably a bad plan. But every Saturday thereafter. And I think that is everything. So, sorry for the technical issues and the shorter stream. There's not that much I can do about that, but yeah, sorry. And hopefully things will be better when I come back on Saturday. If I come back on Saturday, because again, as I say, getting vaccinated, things are subject to change. Check my Twitter. Okay. But with that, I will say I love you all, and goodbye.